There's been a step change in employers and employees' expectations post-pandemic, and it's really important for rural businesses to adapt to that and to embrace it. So these workshops are really to put rural businesses on the front foot, to give them that information, to make them think about these things so they can think how it affects their business and how they can adapt to be the best business they can be.
Anyone running a small business these days, I think, will know how drastically the workplace has changed in recent years. So we've designed these workshops to really address some of the key challenges facing leaders of organisations. The first workshop looks at communications and internal culture and how they can be nailed in a hybrid environment. The second workshop looks at flexible working, in particular how you can have flexible working policies that are fair to all of your team and also drive business performance. And the final session looks at how you can look after the mental health of your team.
We're learning as we go what hybrid working looks like and how we can build and develop a culture in that way of working. So we're looking at what culture's all about and then what kind of communications, tools and techniques we need to be thinking about when we're helping develop and build an organisational culture. Internal comms really helps us live and breathe our culture, particularly in a hybrid way of working.
Historically, people felt that equality was really important, so making sure that we treat everybody the same. What treating people equally means is that you don't always get equal outcomes. And actually equity is really important because some people need more help at different times in their lives or with specific personal circumstances, or in fact in rural areas just by nature of where they live. So equity is all around making sure that people have the best chance of performing well in the workplace, and in some cases that means actually being helped disproportionately more than other people to make sure that you get a fair view of being able to deliver great performance.
As far as mental health is concerned, since the onset of hybrid working, it's certainly that isolation and that lack of connection which can happen in an organisation if it's not looked at. The things that we covered throughout the workshop are spotting signs of mental health and then how you can have a conversation with someone about their mental health. We covered self-care practices, so what can you be doing 3 or 6 months before something happens? Can you be introducing other well-being practices in your organisation, such as healthy eating, getting out into nature a little bit more, taking some time away from your desk? That will all add up to the bigger picture of preventing any mental ill health.
COVID threw everybody into a tailspin. We had to find a way to keep our group working efficiently and productively without losing that team camaraderie. This just looked like an ideal opportunity to meet other people who've probably gone through the same struggles. Particularly as a small company in a rural area, realising that you're not alone is really valuable. So the fact that we have the opportunity to have the tools to work in a much more flexible way is the difference between keeping ourselves running and not.
I think it's important to have more workshops like this because I've learnt so much. It's just been such a valuable opportunity for me, and I think everybody should go for it. If something else comes up, I'll be on the lookout for when the next one is. So yeah, it's been brilliant. I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
It's really important that the Rural Design Centre Innovation Project develop and facilitate workshops of this nature, because we're allowing attendees to move out of the vacuum of their workspace, to connect with others, to learn from others, and we've had a really high quality level of facilitators, and the learning that's been going on has been fantastic.
We're the National Innovation Centre for Rural Enterprise, so rural businesses are at our heart of everything we do, really. So it's really important for us to shine a spotlight on the changes in work and what that future will look like, because the future of the countryside and the future of rural business is really exciting. And if businesses can adapt and develop and attract those people into their business, they'll be very productive, they'll be thriving businesses, which leads on to having a thriving countryside and thriving communities, which is what we want.